There we go. Have you ever met somebody and you just hit it off right away? You and this person have an instant rapport, and for some reason you just know that they are good or nice or trustworthy. It's rare, but it happens, right? And it happens to Jesus all the time. Have you ever wondered about that? What about Jesus makes people just get up and leave everything and follow him? He goes up to Philip and simply says, "Follow me." Now, we could say that maybe they knew each other already or that they were friends before, but who really knows, right? On the flip side, I know that you've met people that you were skeptical of. This is probably more common, right? Maybe it partially comes from that we don't really talk to strangers anymore. The person might seem nice, but maybe not. So that's Nathaniel today. He's skeptical, even downright rude, and even a bit prejudiced here, saying, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Well, he'll learn. So John's gospel is all about these types of interactions. The story goes along, and as Jesus encounters new people, like Nicodemus, the Samaritan woman at the well, and then the man born blind, and then there's more, the reactions of these people vary. And in fact, this one story gives us a range of reactions, from eager to believe to skeptical, yet all the people are invited to come and see and follow Jesus. Come and see. A simple invitation. Nathanael doesn't believe in Jesus right away, so Philip says, come and see. Come and check it out, If you don't like it, fine. But you might find something that you were missing in your life. This is the invitation that Jesus extends in the gospel and also through us now as his followers. Because how does Christianity spread? How has it spread over 2,000 plus years? Through person-to-person interaction and invitation. This story tells us how it works, right? Your friend says to you, "Hey, you seem to be hanging out at that church a lot." And you say, "Yeah, it's great. Why don't you come and see it sometime?" This is what Jesus has done for me. Come and check it out. Now, there's another step after the invitation part. You have come and see first, right? Then you have see and share. People become followers of Jesus because they see what faith has done for the people around them. Not because of a flashy stage show or a dynamic and friendly preacher. It helps. Well, remember that thing you did when you were a kid with your fingers? So you have here's the church, here's the steeple, right? You open it up and inside is the laser light show? No. You open it up and you see the priest. You open it up and you see the people. The church is the people. It's even in that simple little game we play. It's a very personal thing, and it's a person-to-person thing. Even in the reading from Samuel today, that's a sort of person-to-person interaction. One person is God, but the other one is Samuel. It's still a personal interaction. And both of these stories are call stories, commissioning stories. And when we say calling, people tend to think automatically of ordination, which is not the case. Last week's story was the baptism of Jesus, and the bishop talked about our baptisms. And in baptism, we are called to be ministers of the faith and to spread Christ's love in the world. You all promised to do this, even if you were a baby. It was promised for you. And this is a calling. It's a calling for everybody. And callings aren't just for church. Everyone has something in life that they're called to do. something they're meant to do or meant to be, right? We just have to figure out what it is. Sometimes it takes longer than other things. But it all starts with that one invitation to come and see. Accepting an invitation can be a scary thing because it could lead you to the unknown. You might not like where you end up, but at least you would have learned something. I try to be open to new ideas. I try, as we all can try. I'll give a listen to something or someone or look over a book or an article, and sometimes it really speaks to me and sometimes not. Like this one time I somehow ended up being taken to a revival with casting out of demons and things, which is not for me. But hey, I tried it, and that's another story. But as Christians, we are to invite others to see how God has helped us and how God has appeared in our lives. This doesn't mean that we cram our beliefs down someone else's throat or badger them or threaten them with hellfire or do anything with hate in our hearts. That's not what Jesus did. And that's not what Jesus told us to do. He simply invited people to come and see. And all people are welcome. David Lowes explains that throughout the Gospel of John, Jesus and his followers are, quote, inviting people through word and deed to come and see. Except when it comes to Jesus, it doesn't stop with come and see, but always moves to the deeper invitation to come and be. Be what God has called you to be. Be the person the world needs. Be all you can be. Be the beloved child of God who invites others into a similar relationship with Christ. End quote. So this is the mission of the church. And as I pointed out before, who's the church? Oh, the people. Okay. We'll review. So here, no, I'm just kidding. It's everybody. It's all of us together. So come and see then leads to following and believing and having a relationship. To come and see means to come and abide with God. And in this story, Jesus finds Philip, and then Philip finds Nathanael. Finding something implies that it was lost. Jesus will find. God will find us. And it's not just a one-way street. You also have to be willing to be found. And then in turn help to find other people. And I know that we're often uncomfortable inviting people to share in our faith. But that's how churches grow. It's personal interactions. As evidenced by today's story, it's always been that way. We encounter Jesus and are changed, and then we invite others to come and see. Check it out. Michael Rogness writes, quote, our task as Christians is not to prove the truth of Christian faith, although many scholars have persuasively written of the truth of Christianity. Our task is not even to persuade others to become Christian. Our task is to say, come and see. Philip could have tried to convince Nathanael, but instead he just said, come and see. End quote. This is part of our calling as Christians, to invite and to share, to talk about our faith outside of these four walls, and just simply say, come and see what the Lord has done. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.